Ahoy, well, hello. It is Tees. Good day. Good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well. I hope all are safe. So I just want to spit out really quickly about people who, there's a particular rhetoric when it comes to ageism and basically shaming the elders. Now you're not shaming, not necessarily shaming the elders per se, but older people, older men and women. I've noticed like online that you get shamed for being like, especially older women. Now there's one thing to shame elders, like, okay, the OGs, when it comes to the youth, the destruction of the youth and the state of our young men and women, then I'm thinking then that's when it's appropriate to look at the elders like, hell, where the hell are the elders, where the children or the youth is looking effed up? Are y'all here to help or to harm them, you know? So don't get me wrong, you can zoom in on elders or the elders or the parents and guardians when it comes to the safety of our youth. But when it comes to literally shaming men and women for being older or being of a certain age, at a time such as this, in this day and age, I'm thinking that's a part of the destruction process. Because this particular generation, this is the generation of destruction. There's nothing positive. If I literally was born in this generation, literally at a time such as this, I wouldn't have a bright future. And I don't say that to sound negative. It's just literally from what we're doing right now, and if we keep it up as far as all of our recklessness, whatever we're living in right now in this moment, it does not have a bright future because our future is not on the menu. Literally, we have men and women destroying their youth. We have the youth that's out there on their own, being fed to the wolves. They're literally out there to be attacked and to do the attacking. Like I say, men and women collectively, we're not on our P's and Q's, not where the hell we're supposed to be. So again, if we're all reckless, all over the place and not giving a damn about ourselves or our surroundings and especially our future, how the hell can we part our lips and say and to shame men and women for being older at a time such as this? Honestly, instead of them saying, hey, our goal is to become gray, old, and wrinkled, because that's how you know that you have lived. This is how you know that you have created your legacy. By the time you get grays, you should have this, and that. And not to put pressure on you saying that you should be this, and that, have 40 acres and a mule, but basically saying as a part of life, I've lived life to where I can become an elder now. Now I can teach the youth, I can teach the next generation, and then therefore I can be someone who the younger generations, they look up to me. Wow, hey, we've learned a lot from you. We're going to continue your legacy because it works. You see what I'm saying? But not in this day and age. In this day and age, you run into an older man or an older woman, they will be shamed. So the women will get shamed. Oh, you're of a certain age. Oh, you're past 30. Oh, you're no good to no man will want you. Oh, you can't bear children. Oh, you're no good to nobody. Then you get to the men. Oh, you're of a certain. Oh, you're old. Oh, you're a bum. You're a loser. What? Oh, you don't have muscles. You know, and it's like, to me, that's so materialistic. Because as we mentioned, as individuals, as young, old, new, poor, whatever the case may be, we all have a role to play. You see what I'm saying? Everybody can't be up there with the big dogs, and everybody can't be at ground level with the people who has room and work to do. You see what I'm saying? We need our elders. We need our youth, because that's our future. We need the elders to teach and upbring our future. And all of this rhetoric online about shaming men and women, after you reach a certain age, you're no good to nobody. So basically what they're saying, and honestly, people who are saying this is basically only people who say this are hell wood. Like I say, these are casualties of war. This is why I say you need to be very careful as to who you're taking your advice from and literally fully analyze what they're saying. Even if someone come out and surprise you, hey, I want to marry you. Fully analyze that damn situation. Do you want to be married to this person for the rest of your life? Do you understand what it means to be married for the rest of your life? You see what I'm saying? Really get that written out so before you say I do and become miserable, before you say I do and become a prisoner in someone's basement with the title of husband and wife written behind your name, then think twice on what you're doing as far as decisions and the way people say that, oh, this is how you should be living your life, or you should be a housemaid, or you should be this and that. You should be, no. What you should be is comfortable and doing things the way it's supposed to do as far as in human life, not based off what the news or the TV or these movies told you. You see what I'm saying? I don't know where that came from. Literally, that's a destructive mindset to literally demonize. You're demonizing someone for being older. And without You know, I don't care if I'm 1,000,000 years old and too wrinkled to be recognizable. That should be your goal. That's a life goal. How the hell can I be 1,000,000 years old? And I'm saying that that should be something that's praised instead of getting demonized. Like I said, if you're a young man or woman and you happen to hit 30, now you're no good to nobody. Oh, you've written up. Oh, you're no good to nobody. Oh, you better hurry up and do it before you're 20. You better hurry up and do it before you're... No. You better hurry up and get your shit together before you won't have a testimony. That's the only thing you better do is be on your P's and Q's. And again, I don't know where this rhetoric came from to where they shame the elders. And I don't mean the actual elders, because some elders do need to be shamed, because trust me, the youth, this generations up under you ain't effed up for no reason. You see what I'm saying? So there is some accountability that needs to be taken. But as far as literally, like, you can't control becoming 30 tomorrow and then therefore you're no good to the world, that rhetoric right there, that's only spewed by Hell Wood, people who are literally casualties of war, like literally participating in this war of destruction. Anybody who's spewing that, like these perverted men who says women are no good after a certain age, or ignorant men and women that says, oh, you better do this while you're in the 30s or do this while you're in your 40s. Now, I'm not saying dick your life away, but at the same time, don't feel like you got to have this and that, or be this and that by a certain age. As long as you're on the straight and narrow or on your journey, because everyone has different journeys. Everybody's not going to be the CEO. Everybody's not going to be on their, hell, have everything ABC that they need. No, you're not, because that's coming for the perfect world. We're not living in a perfect world. So the reason why I say that's kind of demonizing, because again, everyone has their roles. And again, if I'm telling you you're no good to the world because you turned 30 in a time zone that's not even real, like I say, this perception that we have of time isn't even real. Like, we have limited time. Our days and times are numbered here on the earth as far as how long we're going to live in this human body. But as far as what we're doing here, as far as living life, there is no specific time to do it. Yes, time is limited. It's only limited up, like I say, we're in disposable bodies. But as far as saying, oh, you got to have this done within 10, 20 years, that's too much pressure for one person, because no one has a floor plan on how to do this and that in any amount of time. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't even know where we are or what we're doing in this human life based off of our delusion. And then we have the nerve to part our lips to tell young men and women that we're no good to the world because we hit a certain age, as if this generation will be lucky to make it out of the damn womb. That's why I say anyone who will have the nerve to shame men and women about being older, or you're old now because you're 30 years old, anybody spewing that rhetoric, I demand you to stop listening to them, because that's nothing but Hellwood talking to you, getting you ready for the abyss. And literally only people who will be spewing that are perverts and people who don't understand where they are and how life works. And that's the short and sweet of it. Because just think about it. You got grown-ass men telling young women, oh, because you're 30, you're no good to nobody. So that means you're either looking at the children or you're turning to other men. You know how you have that rivalry? Oh, leave these men and women alone and do you? So basically, if the men are saying leave the women alone because they're this and that, or they're of a certain age, that means you're looking at the children then. Because like, you damn sure ain't keeping it to yourself. You're either turning on each other via guy on guy, or you're turning on the children being grown-ass men with these young boys and girls. And we already know that both sides are very rampant. So again, anyone who's listening to that rhetoric, oh, if you're a woman of a certain age, you're no good to nobody, no man will want you. You listening to people like that, you will become Hellwood. Because that's basically, that's all who will spew that, Hellwood. And because you get to a certain age, it's called levels of this life. If you can live to be a damn elder, you should be you should be the next ruler of the world. But that means you know how to survive in this snake world. You know how to avoid people to tell you that you're no good after 30. And that means you've reached celebrity status. Because again, we all have roles, and if we're not there to fulfill that role, then what are we doing? You're no good to nobody because you're 30 years old. That means you'll never be an elder then. Or if you are an elder, you're being frowned upon. How the hell are you going to frown upon the elders? These are life goals. You should want to be 60, 70, 80, 1,000,000 years old. To hell, to even escape the damn womb is a damn testimony. And then you have the nerve. If I can barely escape the womb alive, and you have the nerve to tell me I'm no good at a certain age, when I'll be lucky to even make it to whatever age, just as far as everyday life, anyone spewing that life, that dumb rhetoric, that Hellwood ready for destruction rhetoric, where you're shaming someone because of their age, getting older, those are your goals. You can get older. Do you know how lucky, blessed, and fortunate you are? Again, in this day and age to where the numbers are dropping to where people are not even having children anymore. You go to have your children, you and the babies gone on the table, being wiped out, while giving birth to bring forth the new generation. And this new generation is being put out of business, and you got these weirdos spewing rhetoric telling you that if you reach a certain age, you ain't no good to nobody. So basically, that's called destruction that they're spewing into your mind. Be careful of who the hell you get your information from, because they're leading you to the abyss. And don't worry, they're going to go to hell with you, but just don't listen to them. Fully analyze what the hell they're saying. And even if it does make you feel good. Oh, yeah, PJ said it. Yep, I agree. Yep. You want to clap? Okay, yeah. Even if it makes you feel good, understand what are you praising? Because your most religious people are your most evil people. I know people who are literally, they're diehard Christians, diehard Catholic, and this and that, but the most evil, ruthless people, and they support your demise. So be careful of these overly religious, in the name of Jesus, I'm going to kill you type of people. Or God told me to tell you. Those are hell woods waiting to happen, or waiting to be lit. So be careful of who you get your information from, and understand what the hell you are praising and what you are supporting. And if a bright future is not on the menu, don't entertain it. Be well and be safe.